Hello everybody, welcome back. I am Templar, and today we're going to be talking about one of my newest helmets, and that would be the Celtic Gallic helm. Now, which one is it of these three, you might ask? Well, that would be this one right in the center. In fact, this one, as you can see, is an evolutionary design from the very Celtic Munazio to the Celto-Roman Gallic helm. In fact, as we can see upon wearing these type of helmets, these helmets are incredibly different comparing that to other cultures. In fact, when it comes down to it, this is pretty much one of the most earliest design out of there, while it evolves then later to this. How so? Well, they take the notch off of the top here, and in the process move it down to the back plate of the helmet. As we can tell with this helmet, it has a longer back neck guard, which allows the helmet to actually, or the wearer, to fully develop themselves on the battlefield, meaning that they have more protection on the field. For example, if I was to wear this helmet, in general, it actually does feel slightly better, but the problem is I don't like this type of helmet because it doesn't feel right. I don't know why. However, if we later on evolve it to the Roman helmet, for example, these helmets would actually even pretty much feel a little bit worse. In fact, the one difference between this one and this one would actually be the fact that this actually has ear holes. So yeah, so that way you can hear orders. Another thing that's also different is that it even has a, well, defense bar below the eyebrows, of which both of these do have eyebrows on them. And as well, this one even has a wider neck guard. So we can see why it evolved from this. However, from its very earliest involved, or the very first type of Celtic helmet that was evolved from it, would be this one. And as we can see, this one I really do love because of the fact that it has a shorter neck guard, and as well, this type of helmet was used technically in prior to a lot of Celtic times. And of which, we can see why I do like this a little bit more. It technically reminds me of the Roman Republic a little. But now, also when we take a look at these helmets, especially with me wearing them, we do see a big mixture, in fact, of how they would have worn, and as well, why they would have worn them. In doing so, the evolutionary times before them actually evolve over the type of centuries, and including to the fact that the Celts first used the Munazio helmet, then they used the Celto-Gallic helmet, then they used the Roman Imperial helmet, or known as the Roman Gallic helmet. Now, we can actually see the major difference between them, in fact. How so? Well, that actually can be seen extremely well. Now, as we can see, take a look at the back neck guards, we can actually see that the Roman Imperial helmet actually does have a little bit more of a neck reach than this one. However, this is a little bit more than this one. As we can tell, as I stated before, they took the top notch here and moved it down here. In doing so, making it a lot more, well, effective. In doing so, it kind of made it a little more better for the wearer to fight on the field of battle. However, I wish they could have kept that with the said, well, cheek guards. In fact, the cheek guards are a lot different, as we can see, and it's which, in the fact, these helmets are, in general term and tongue, a lot more different than what we think. In fact, these helmets, as we can tell, are a lot different. Now, it is stated, though, that these helmets right here, for the Celto-Gallic helmet, would actually have been extremely different. In fact, for the factual reason, it's even stated they would have worn, or as well had, most of the time, either made out of bronze, or including either just regular iron. In doing so, this could have actually withheld a good blow. Problem is, upon wearing this, we can actually tell it was more of like a bubble-headed helmet, meaning that it had more air space right up here than it did anywhere else. Now, as we can also see that it even has these design guards here, this is really impressive because it gave us more look to the sides than it did. In fact, I can see up a little bit better, I can see down a little better. Technically this is a foot soldier helmet, but the thing is, I can see a lot more to my sides than I can with this. Still though, this helmet does have problems. One is that, well, most of the time in history books, we do know that these neck guards would have had different design shapes. For the Celts, they would have had them slightly bit lower than this. I don't know why the creators, creator is known as Topeka, actually, well, misdid this. I think they ran out of steel is my guess, but still. Now though, I can actually understand y'all many much about this helmet, and as well, I do like this helmet as much as the next guy, so if y'all want to know more about this, let me know down in the comments below. Also, check out in the description area of the information about this type of helmet, and as well where you can also buy these type of helmets. Hopefully you all found this helpful. If you all want me to talk more about these Celtic helmets, let me know down in the comments below. Anyways guys, it's been Templar. Have a great day.